and um, think about the topic that I wanted to talk about before I go to church. And that topic is stop saying that it's too late, you know, or stop saying the one that got away. It's not the one that got away. It's the one that got you ready. You know, most of the time when we lose people or people walk away from us, we think that, that's the end of the story. That's the end of the chapter. And it's not. It's only the beginning because, like I said, you can choose two things. You can let it defeat you or you can rise from it and heal yourself and become a better version of you. And the reason why I say it's the one that got me ready, because now my heart is ready, my soul is ready, my mind is ready, my spirit is ready, and it's ready for all these new things. It's ready for what the Most High has for me. You know, sometimes He takes us through a growing process where we have to go within ourselves to heal ourselves, and that's okay. And a lot of times we try to scoot past it, go around it by jumping into another relationship real quick or by drinking or smoking, things that are you not in your right mind. And I've always heard this term and heard this saying, if you can't sit with yourself by yourself without taking in a controlled substance, where you actually have a free mind, where the Most High can talk to you, then you're never going to heal. You're never going to get past the pain. You're never going to deal with any childhood trauma. You're never gonna deal with the things that you need to fix to make yourself a better person. Now you can walk around here all day long and talk about how you changing and how you being a better person. You can even go through the actions and be doing the things that you need to do to become a better person. But guess what? If you don't take care of the root cause of that problem, it's going to resurface. There's no getting around it because you're not dealing with everything that you need to deal with to become a better person. You're just saying that you're dealing with it and you're not. If you have, like for me, it was some issues with my family, you know. I've been distanced from my family for a long time. And last night is I mean, I me and my sisters, we have always been close though. Them my girls. That's my sisters. I don't get to spend much time with them, but I love them to death. I love them to pieces. These are my sisters. But for the most part, everybody else, they always looked at me as a certain way because I chose to stay distant, chose to be on my grind to become financially stable and be able to take care of my children because I have 8 kids. So I knew I needed to make money, you know. Being on the system was not going to help me take care of my kids. It was not going to be able to give them the things that they need and the things that they want. So I had to do something different, and that was my drive and that was my focus. And I had to have the help of God to do it. So that's what I chose. You know, I worked on myself, and know I've done the work inside and out. When I say the new me, a lot of people think I'm talking about how I look. No, that's not what I'm talking about at all. I'm talking about the way I walk, the way I talk, the way I love, the way I pray, the way that I do everything that I'm supposed to be doing for the Most High. I looked within myself and I didn't like what I seen. You know, I had greed. I was angry. I was angry and upset is the same thing. But I was upset at the things people say to me or do to me. And I just take it all in and hold it all in instead of releasing it. So that was causing a lot of internal stress, which made my blood pressure go up all the time. And this time when I went to the doctor, he told me my blood pressure was 121 over 80. I knew that I had healed something within myself. So I changed the way I react. I changed the way I believe. I'm talking about the Most High coming down, touching me, and changing things in me, touching my heart to make me realize that some of the things that I'm doing is wrong. And I like the change. I'm not going to say that I don't like the change. I love it. It is absolutely wonderful. The changes that he's making, that he's given me the ability to make for myself, because we all have a choice. We can stay in that same way. We can choose not to grow. We can choose not to heal. But I chose him. And with him, it comes growth. It comes healing. It comes all those things. Because I am a healer by trait. And that's why it was so easy for me to heal, because I took all that I give to other people and redirected it to myself for a second. You know, it was the hardest thing that I had to do, but the most pleasing thing that I've done in years. I no longer see the world like I've seen it before. And I realize that there is a lot of hurt people out there, and hurt people don't know how to do nothing but hurt people. So when you hurt, that's what you do. You lash out and you hurt people, not even realizing that once you hurt that individual, you might not very well be able to come back to that individual, because say for me, for instance, I can forgive you. I can be okay with you, but I don't have to let you back into my energy. I don't have to let you back into my circle, because I feel like this: if you hurt me once, you're more than likely to do it again, especially if you haven't done the work on yourself. I don't want nobody coming back in my circle that has not done the work to heal themselves, because all they're going to do is lash out and hurt people. So whoever they're with, that's all they're going to do. They're going to hurt people. And I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want no negativity in my life. I don't want none of that. I don't want nobody making me feel negative about myself, telling me that I think I'm better than anybody. I think I'm this and I'm thinking that. No, I don't think I'm better than anybody, but I tell you what I do think. I think my worth is higher than what you can give me. And if that makes you feel like I think I'm better than you, then so be it. Because I'm not going to play with my worth anymore. I am worth a whole lot. I bring a lot to the table. And if you can't treat me like that, then no, I don't want to deal with you. Why should I let you in my circle when all you going to do is cause havoc? All you gonna do is talk about how I shouldn't be this and I shouldn't be that. I should dim my light. I should do this. No, you shouldn't be starting all these companies. You shouldn't. No, I was doing this before you got with me, before you came to me. This is me. And if you can't accept me, then why are you trying to get in my circle? Bottom line. If me being me makes you feel like less than a person, why are you trying to get in my circle? I don't need anybody that's going to feel that way. I need somebody that can accept me and be with me and be happy to be with me and let this light shine. You know, that song, this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Yes, baby, that's what I'm going to do. Ain't nothing you can do to stop it. God gave it to me, and I'm going to let it shine. Bottom line. And that goes for everybody out there. You got this light in you that you've been letting people dim down, letting people suppress. Stop letting them do that to you. Let your light shine. Don't even think a second thought about it. If they can't stand your light, they don't need to be in it. They don't. Don't even give them the credit of being in it. You know, just let them go. And I'm telling you, huh, you will feel so much better. I am not stressed anymore. I am not worrying anymore about anything. I give it to the Most High. He takes care of it. He is fighting my battles when I don't even know he's fighting them, you know? And that person that did you wrong, that person that caused all that turmoil in your life, he's going to deal with them, you know? Everybody calls it karma, but I call it God whooping that butt. And that's what he's going to do. You cannot be a child of his and out there causing havoc and hurting people. You just can't. You can't even fake it with him because he knows your heart. And like I tell everybody, he'll know your heart all the way to hell if you don't get it right. If you don't make amends with people for stuff that you did wrong. It's just like your, it's just like your parents, right? You know, you done said some stuff at school that you ain't supposed to say and did some stuff. What do? They make you go apologize. And if you don't apologize, guess what? You get that butt whoop. And guess what? Then you still have to go apologize. And if you don't get that, if you don't do that apology, what happens again? You get that butt whoop. And a lot of people don't think about it. God is our Father. The Most High is our Father. So pretty much He does us the same way. You do somebody wrong, you gotta go apologize. You don't apologize, guess what? He's whooping that butt. And guess what? You still gonna have to go apologize because as long as you don't apologize, you're gonna get that butt whoop. As my son call it, a booty whoop. And so that's what I'm saying. I've learned, you know, if I'm doing something that is wrong and it doesn't sit right with people, I try to apologize to them right away because I don't want a whooping. You know, I want to be right in his eyes. I want to be able to say, I did everything to the best of my ability the right way. So I can hear him say, well done. Bottom line, that's all I want to hear him say. The day of judgment, when we're standing all in front of him and we get to see the glory of him, I want him to be able to say, well done, my child. Come on in. I don't want him questioning me about anything, you know, because he said if you ask for forgiveness, he'll forgive it. But you have to do it, you know? And you have to mean it. Asking for forgiveness on something, and you gotta be so smart about this. when you ask for forgiveness on something, you better make sure that you're ready not to do it again. Don't be asking him for forgiveness and then you turn around and you do the same thing again. What you gonna do? Just like with your children, you're gonna get irritated. Like I told you, and I keep telling you not to do that. But you want to go out here and you want to do it. Booty whoop. So if you go to him and you say, I'm repenting because I've been promiscuous and I've been out here sleeping with people, and Lord, please forgive me, I apologize for it, I'm going to do better, then you very well better be able to do better. You know, that's a step that I made in my life a long time ago. And I'm telling y'all, I don't sleep around no more. I don't. When I get with that person, I'm with that person. You know, that's who I'm with. There is no other man out there for me. When I get with a man, I don't even be looking at other men as potential men. I don't even see them that way. You know, if I'm with, let's call him Bobby. If I'm with Bobby, Bobby is the only man for me. You know, Joe can come up and try to talk to me. Steven can come up and try to talk to me. But guess what? They ain't gonna get no bite from me. I'm gonna be like, what are you talking about? I have a man. Whether I'm happy at home or sad or what's going on between us, as long as I'm with that man, I'm with that man. And that's the bottom line. Now after we break up, yeah, I'll listen to Tim and George and whoever else, but I'm like, may the best man win, because I know once I choose you and you choose me, that's what it is. And I expect the same thing. I expect loyalty. If I'm not sleeping around on you, why would you want to sleep around on me? The minute I find out that you're sleeping around on me, guess what? We got to part, because you're putting my life in jeopardy. I don't know who those people been sleeping with, and you're sleeping with them. You've been around them, I don't know, maybe once or twice a week. Who are they with when you're not with them and you're with me? No, we don't play those games. No, never have, never will. My life is too valuable to be taking a gamble shot on sex. It's not that important. It's not. It is not. But I will tell you this: you cannot do people wrong and expect God to bless you wholeheartedly. Yeah, he gonna still sprinkle out a little blessings here, a little blessings there, but you still gonna come up with, you know, maybe your finances get hindered, your car get wrecked, you know, um, something else happen. Something bad is always gonna happen because he's whooping you. He's trying to get you back in alignment, and you don't want to go in alignment because you want to do what you want to do. That's not how it works. Yeah, we got free will, but where do we do what we want to do? Because when we say that we're living for the Most High, we have morals, concepts, and values that we have to live by to represent Him. It ain't out there doing XYZ when you supposed to know you supposed to be doing 1, 2, 3. It's not that easy. You have to draw the line and say, okay, this is who I'm choosing to be, this is what I'm choosing to be, and this is what I'm choosing, how I'm choosing to act, you know? And you have to be consistent with it. And no, it's not easy. It is hard because our earthly self gets in the way most of the time, you know? Just like The other day, I'm going to use this for example because I'm going to talk about me before I talk about anybody else. Like, I've been on this strict diet, and I know I've been on this strict diet, and it's been working for me, and I haven't felt sick. The amount of calories I take in, most people saying you shouldn't even be able to function taking in that amount of calories. So the other day, I went and bought some KFC, knowing I'm not supposed to have that. Number one, it's fried, it's greasy, and I'm not supposed to be eating it. So I went and bought it, and I ate a little bit of it. Thank God I don't eat a lot anymore. I still got some of it, you know. But my thing is this, I know I'm not supposed to be eating it, but I went and bought it anyway. God has told me to stay away from stuff like that if I want to cure myself and get back healthy and be on the right track. But yet and still, my mind, my flesh wanted that KFC. So guess what? I went and got it. Was it the best decision for me? Probably not. But I did it. And that's what I'm talking about. We have the ability to make free will choices. And sometimes we choose wrong. But we got to be able to realize, okay, like I made a mistake with that KFC. I'm not going to do that again. And it might last for like 6 or 7 months. Who knows? And it might last a lifetime once I finally make the decision not to do it. So with that being said, I'm just gonna tell y'all, if you out there and you got somebody that you done did wrong, go to them, make it right. I mean, at least attempt to. And if they don't want to hear you and hear you out, God says go to them 7 times. Okay? On that 7th time, you can walk away. You can walk away freely and clear, like, okay, I tried everything. They don't want to listen, they don't want to hear me. And you can leave it alone because what he say, he'll leave you alone to a reprobate mind. Yes, he will leave you alone. So with us being made in his image, guess what? We can do the same thing. We can go to a person and go to a person and go to a person. But if they don't want to hear us, they don't want to work it out, they don't want to understand where we're coming from, we can leave them alone. If they're so stubborn and so hurt, they don't want to talk or any of that stuff, then we can leave them alone. We ain't got to take the torture that they're finna inflict on us from us trying just because they want to see us chase after them or run after them. No, baby, I'm not chasing. I'm not running after you. I'm trying to do what God says to do, and that's to make it right. And once I've attempted to do that, there's nothing left for me to do. I can safely say that I'm okay and my heart is okay because I tried. And then I can move on. And so a lot of people don't get that. A lot of people don't understand that. But basically, that's what you're doing. You know, you're saying, okay, I can leave them alone because I've tried. And that's all it's about, just trying. And I'm going to leave it there. I'll probably get on here after I get out of church and talk about what she talked about in church. That's if it resonates with me. Um, I do like talking because it helps me with a lot of stuff that I'm going through. And for the most part, I'm sleepy, so I'm probably going to take a nap before I get on here and talk to you guys about it because I'm still sleepy. Didn't get in till like almost 2 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, I'm going to share some of the video clips I'm going to upload them and then we'll go from there. All right. I just want to tell everybody, go make it right. Go do what you need to do for the Most High and talk to that person and make it right. All right. I'm out of here. Peace.